Alright guys, so just a couple things before we get started on this video. Just want to make sure everyone's staying safe out there with everything going on. We're doing our best at the clinic to be available to everyone. So if there's anything that we can help you with at all, please reach out. We are answering our phone. Call you back if you leave a message. You can email the clinic as well. We are doing online video sessions. We do have a free consultation if you want to check things out to make sure it's right for you. Also, any one of us would be more than willing to answer a few questions for you over the phone as well there. So this video is primarily going to be for a warm-up video for golfers, but that can be done on the range. However, this could be done for any rotational athlete before any game settings. So ultimate frisbee, baseball, any track and field athlete, tennis, whatever. A lot of sport is rotational, so a great warm-up for anybody. The other thing is I'm still in a little bit of recovery here, so I am going to be showing a lot of these exercises only on one side of my body. However, you do want to do all of these on both sides. So we'll get into it. So super important with golf, you want to warm up the neck. Very crucial. A lot of times this gets overlooked. However, if you have a stiff neck, you can't rotate, you're not going to be able to get very deep in your backswing, as well as you're going to have a tough time keeping your head down as you rotate your shoulders through the impact zone there. So super important. So these are called neck circles or neck cars, which just stands for controlled articular rotations. Very important that you keep your jaw closed and together throughout this whole exercise. Okay, so super easy. We're going to do 3 rotations to each side. So you're going to start by bringing your chin down towards your chest and then just follow along with me. So you might find that the first circle, okay, is a little smaller and you want to try and get a little bit bigger with each circle. If you find 3 isn't quite enough, feel free to do 5 up to 10 as well. So we'll go the other way. And don't rush the circles. Okay guys, you want to feel the motion, and where you have a little bit of tightness is where you want to spend the most time in that circle as well. Okay, so the next one that we're going to do is called a Man Lunge with Thoracic Rotation. Okay, so this is going to be one that I just show on the one side. You're going to want to keep your back leg totally straight. Should feel a nice stretch through the front of your hip, through your hip flexor. Okay, and you're going to sink into your lead hip. Okay, so this is to help warm up the hips as well as get some separation through our upper and lower body. So this back leg is going to try and remain as straight as you can. You're going to try and bring your elbow and try and touch it down towards the ground. Should feel a nice stretch through this lead hip in around your glute area, okay? So just go down there, hold it for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then you're going to rotate up towards the sky as far as you can, looking where you're going, okay? We're going to do 5 of these on both sides. So sinking down, rotate, try and get a little bit further, again with each one. This is really going to help us get some lower and upper body separation for hitting the golf ball. 4 and 5. Okay, so the next one we're going to do, we're going to take our club. This is also to warm up that T-spine. Okay, get us a little bit deeper into our backswing and follow through. You're gonna put the club at the top of your shoulders, so not up high on your neck, just rest on the top of your shoulders. Okay, you don't need a ton of tension through the club. Okay, so just a side view. You're gonna take your golf posture and you're gonna rotate into your backswing as far as you can. Okay, you want to make sure that you're not rotating, the club shouldn't be flat, there should be a little bit of an angle, okay? So as you rotate, what you're going to do is you're actually going to side bend now towards the right. So you're going to go till you feel kind of your end position. Then you're going to squeeze and try and side bend. So I'm side bending to the right, I'm coming back, and now I'm going to rotate a little bit deeper. Should be able to rotate further. Side bend again, okay? Come on back, rotate a little bit further. And we're gonna do one more, so 3 total. Side bend, come on back, go again. Okay, super important. We went into the backswing for right-handed golfer or left-handed golfer, that would be into the follow through. Now we're gonna go the other way, okay? And we're gonna side bend to the left. So we're side bending towards the shoulder that's highest, coming down, rotating a bit further, side flex, further, last one. Good, so we're gonna do 3 stretching. If this is really stiff for you guys, you're having a tough time, do 2 sets of that one, okay? So next one we're gonna do, these are called stork turns, after the bird that they look like. So you're gonna be in this kind of position with your foot just resting on the back of your leg. So I'm just gonna show you this one on the right side. However, you do wanna do these on both sides. Actually, let's do that club again. You're gonna place the club across your chest, across your shoulders like this, okay? And this is to help give you guys awareness as to what the shoulders are doing. So we're wanting to create some separation with our lower body from our upper body. Super important in the golf swing. So you're gonna try and rotate on this lead leg, and you're gonna try and get your hips as open. So I'm working on getting my hips as open to the camera as I can, while keeping my shoulders square. So I'm not opening up my shoulders as well, okay? We're gonna try and stay in that golf posture as well. So rotating, and this is quite challenging, depending on your hip mobility. Okay, and we're gonna do 5 of these each direction. Should feel a nice little stretch through this front side. Just gonna do one more. Okay. If that is challenging, which it is, just to hold your balance makes that challenging. Got another one for you. Remember, we do that both directions. So obviously being a right-handed golfer, I'm gonna start going down to my follow through. However, I would want to do this both directions. So you take your setup position, club is on the ground, you're in a golf posture. You're gonna think about opening up and going through impact as you open this lead leg, and try and keep your shoulders straight towards the target line. So same thing, we're opening up our hips, shoulders are staying square, okay? This is really good to create some separation, okay? Make sure those shoulders don't turn. So they're staying square, it's just the upper body. We're trying to get that belly button down to target line as much as we can. Again, about 5 of those, both directions, okay? Next what we're gonna do is just a little bit of a dynamic hip movement to get those glutes engaged as well as your core. So we're gonna start with a single leg RDL. We're gonna go into an airplane, into internal rotation on that hip, external rotation on that hip, and then we're gonna come up into a march position, trying to get that hip underneath you. So squeezing the glute, extending through that hip, engaging your core. So this is what it'll look like. We're gonna do 3 reps of this on both sides, okay? So we're gonna do our RDL to start off with, okay? Should feel some tension through glute, hamstring. We're gonna go ahead and internally rotate on this hip, okay? Try and stay stabilized. Then we're gonna come into some external rotation on this hip. Should feel the hips really opening up here. Come back down into our RDL. Then from here, we're gonna come up, squeezing that stance leg glute, okay? Trying to drive through that hip. Core is engaged with the knee drive, okay? Back down again into our RDL. Rotation. Should really feel that hip working. Rotation. Up. And then into the hip drive, okay? Little modification for that one, guys. Grab your club, just use it for balance, okay? It's really hard just to balance on your legs, so if you're having trouble just with the balance, you put your club on the ground, right? Use it as a little, almost a cane, to give you a little extra help, okay? Try it out, okay? last but not least, we're gonna just warm up our wrists a little bit as well. Super important. I have a lot of my golfers coming with me with a tennis elbow or golfer's elbow. So obviously, the further we hold this golf club from the head, it's gonna be more weight. So this will make this exercise easier. This would make it more difficult, okay? So pick what feels right to you. We don't want to create any strains before we get going. This is just to warm up the wrist. Make sure this elbow stays tucked to your side, so I don't want to see it coming off like that, okay? So it stays nice and tucked. We're going to do 10 both ways, okay? So 20 total, and we want to do that on both sides, right? Make sure that elbow doesn't leave your side. Nice and controlled, okay? Good, so that's your warm up. You do this on the range, guys. Super easy to do it. You don't really need any equipment other than a golf club, okay? This not only gets you prepped to hit a golf ball, which is gonna give you a lot of performance benefits, so getting a little bit deeper in that golf, in that backswing, being able to hit the ball with a lot more power. It's also gonna reduce the risk of injury. So let me know if you guys enjoy the video, and we'll have more for you coming.